Hi guys, welcome to episode 4. I'm Mr. D.
And I'm Matthew D.
Again, thanks very much for everybody that's listened to the previous 3. Again, a lot of good feedback again, people enjoying it. So, hence the reason why we're keeping going.
Yeah.
As I said the last one, don't understand why people like listening to us, but for some reason they do. So this time we're going to talk a bit about Gran Canaria. Excuse me. A lot of people believe in the lifestyle that Gran Canaria is a swinging only destination. Dispel that myth completely.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's got bits for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got for swingers, you've got City Centre. Obviously, you've got a lot of meeting bars and clubs in there. You've also got swingers hotels.
Yep, swingers only hotels. So there's 3 swingers only hotels.
Then you've got the Jumbo Centre, which obviously caters for a lot of gays.
Mainly gays.
Yeah, but it doesn't just cater for them. That's probably the wrong thing to say. Don't get me wrong, it is obviously that's where I think that's what they're trying to promote it is a friendly gay place where people can feel comfortable.
Yeah.
As they are. But there's also a lot of families that go there, and we like it there as well. We like a lot of the bars there and things like that. So again, it's
the main thing with the island is the family.
And then you have like
destination.
Holiday World and things like that, which again is all for families. So it's got like all the rides, like things like that, like the big wheels and rides and things like that for kids. And it's got like bowling and everything. So the island's kind of split into, I suppose, sections, if you like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
The easiest way to describe it.
our low season is everybody else's high season. So usually in like the mainland Spain and the Balearics get busy between like starting to get busy at May, we start to get quiet.
Quiet. Mm-hmm.
And then we're very
May to July, we're quite quiet.
Yeah.
And it starts to pick back up again for us. And then October to March is our busiest season by a mile here.
And if you are in a lifestyle and you do want to come out and you want to kind of experience what it's like when it's busy, it's always better to come between October.
Mm-hmm.
October to March is when a lot of, and what you'll find is a lot of British come in October.
Yeah, October's really busy. Like a lot of the meeting bars, especially come back when you go there, it's absolutely rammed to the gunnels.
Yeah, so we'll explain.
Trying to find a seat there is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but it's busy and people enjoy it, so they stay. So,
I mean, explain comeback. Comeback is easily the busiest
meeting bar.
in Sia. It's also one of the busiest bars as well come October. It's predominantly British you go to on the whole.
Yeah, massively British orientated. It's got seats inside and it's got seats on the terrace, so that if obviously people that smoke and things like that can sit on the terrace, so they don't need to go out and in all the time to have a smoke.
Also, it is too warm inside as well.
Yeah, especially come summertime, so it's nice to sit on the terrace there.
So yeah, if you're looking to come over and you're kind of thinking about it, one thing we do is we meet a lot of people that have never done this before, don't we?
Yeah, or they're not in any sites in the UK, they don't go to any clubs in the UK.
Yeah.
Because of where they work or what they are as what kind of, I suppose, profession they're in.
Yeah.
So for them, they can't do it back home. So they can only do it when they come here.
And we do find a lot of, so obviously we explained what Fab Swingers is before. We meet a lot of couples that A, don't have a clue about Fab, or B, they know all about it and they've just got no intentions.
So a lot of questions we get asked are, what's the best clubs to go to? So we always say our favourite is what our favourite is.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that's the best club for you. So we always say to people, it's always better to try them.
Absolutely.
We could say to you, yeah, this is our favourite club, it's the best club, it's, this. But that might not be what yours are into. That might not be what you want. You might want it smaller, bit more different. Every club is different and everybody likes different things. So we always say to people, look, this is our favourite one, but I do recommend you try all of them because you might actually find that yours is a different one to us.
I mean, a lot of people don't like ours because it's busy.
Yeah.
Especially during the winter on a Saturday night.
There's a lot of Spanish in there, whereas we quite like it. We know a lot of Spanish now from up in
Las
Palmas in the city. So we've got to know a lot of the locals in there and things like that. So we actually enjoy it. And even before we got to know them, we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
I suppose better talk about some of the meeting bars. So I've already explained the comeback.
Yeah.
The next biggest one would probably be Black Bulldog.
Yeah.
That's busy, mostly orientated to Germans on the whole.
And women must wear dresses and high heels, no flat shoes. Men must wear a shirt, trousers and shoes, no trainers. So you can imagine when it's summertime here, guys do not want to wear trousers.
Yeah.
They do not want to wear shoes. They want to wear, but they wear dressed shorts. They wear, chino shorts and things like that, but they still don't allow it. So for a lot of people, it puts the Afghan in there.
And the other one that's left in the theatre is Red Hot Reenies. That's kind of a new one.
Oh no, you've got Mario's as well.
I think that's actually closed down.
Is it closed now?
That was.
I know he was looking, but you've got Mario's. We tried that. So it had only just started then, so it was quite quiet. And again, we know Mario because he used to work in Secrets.
Yeah.
We had already known him a long time, so we went in to see his new bar downstairs was like, his new meeting bar.
So just in the one shopping centre, you've got 3/4 meeting bars. The one thing I'll say, which is probably quite difficult to get your head round, so there's another bar in Sita, a really, really busy bar, Mac Bar.
Mm-hmm.
The Mac Bar isn't a swinging bar, it's a German bar. But the Europeans take the lifestyle a lot more different, so they actually have a lot of banners up from swinging sites. So they've got Joy Club up.
Yeah.
So Joy Club is one of these sites that Germans use, just like Fab Swingers, etc. So even although it's not a swinging bar, there's a lot of swingers that go to it because they
advertise that.
They advertise. I mean, somebody once said to me, not even that long ago, "Oh, the British are the swinging country of Europe," and I think that was the most bizarre nonsense anyone said to us yet. That was only a few weeks ago somebody said that. The way the British look at swinging is completely the opposite. The rest of Europe.
To us, they are very much, especially Norwegian stalkers.
A lot of European countries are a lot more open.
Not open, they're stalkerish.
We might have some Norwegians that listen to this.
Well, from our experience, many we've met, they've all been the same. I'm sorry, I can't say any different. Anybody out there and you're Norwegian, if we ever meet you, please prove us wrong.
Yeah. We haven't had the best experience. It's not about not having the best experience, it's just not our style. But for like the lifestyle abroad, it's a lot more open. The Germans don't really care. Who knows what they're up to?
See, I think it's nice because a lot of people go to the meeting bar. And yeah, the meeting bar, obviously people are walking past that aren't going to swingers bars or swingers clubs. But people are wearing whatever they feel comfortable in. Some people are wearing see-through things. Some people are wearing revealing things. And nobody even bats an eye like blood at you. Because you're used to seeing it everywhere here. So like in the Jumbo, when it's in the Jumbo Centre, where they cater predominantly for the gay people, you see they have fetish week there.
And that's an eye-opener.
Then they have their week, they have, you name it, they have different themes and different events going on in there. And some of the stuff the guys wear and the women wear in there, when we first moved here, we were like, oh my God. Like there was somebody just walking around in a house coat.
Yeah.
So you're like, wow. But now,
it's the way.
We weren't
taken aback.
We weren't taken aback. We were just like, oh wow. Nobody cared. We weren't even disgusted by it or anything like that. We actually just thought, wow, everybody gives it their all. That's the one thing about here. They all, if it's a themed night or a themed something, everybody gives it their all.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much I don't know the actual word, all-inclusive island.
Yeah.
Whatever you think you want to do, or whatever you want to do, or whatever way you want to dress, no one really judges you. It's just a case of if that's what you want to do, go on with it. And going back to the kind of situation about Europeans are a lot more open. They'll wear whatever they want to wear.
Yeah.
And not really give a fuck whatsoever. Now, one of the things we actually laugh about quite often is we're sitting at comeback and you see a couple and they start approaching the bar, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And then they run away.
They don't run away, but they do. They walk around.
They run away. The first time they walk very, very quickly.
Aye.
So we'll always go, here comes one. So it's people that...
And then they come around the corner again, like they've walked around in a square or a circle round to come back around to the bar, and then they walk past it a little bit slower.
A little bit slower, but it's
just
still...
a little bit slower.
But it's still quite a pace they're going at.
Just a little bit.
So they'll do this, and we have literally seen it 4, 5, 6 times.
Some people, yeah.
And every time...
It reminds us of when we first went to a club.
Absolutely, yeah, it does.
I mean, so it's like, you just... All you can think is, that was us at one time.
Yeah,
that actually was us at one time.
So then, eventually, say the 5th or 6th time, they stop.
And then they run in, trip out the curb.
Yeah. So there's a wee ledge between the outside and the bar, and everybody falls over it.
The inside bit as you go to step in towards the bar from outside, and everybody trips in it, but it's metal, and obviously it's just a metal ledge over the door, runner at the bottom, and as it smacks the runner, it makes this almighty clank, and everybody turns to look to see who's tripped over it.
Yeah, everybody.
So, even though people have ran to try and get in without anybody seeing them, actually everybody's just looked.
So you can imagine the situation for them. They're nervous about going in. They're basically shitting themselves going in. They plunk up the courage at last to kind of go, right, we're doing this. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it and no one's going to see us. So they don't know about lifting their foot over the ledge, the wee metal ledge. They trip over it, the big loud bang, and the whole bar just stops and looks at them. So I can imagine that must be If that was my first time, I would die. So
yeah, you would.
It's so funny to watch. And yeah, so that's a wee bit about it. You've also got other centres as well. You've got Nilo Centre. That's got Eden and Moonlight. Moonlight's a lovely wee, very German orientated.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely wee club. Then you've got Sandia Centre.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a bar in it.
The meat bar, but that's closed in there.
You'll find it's also got...
Oh no, it's got Precious Moments.
No, Sweet Moments.
Sweet Moments.
That's it. Sweet Moments. Now, Sweet Moments is definitely predominantly a German bar. So a German bar. But everybody seems to go to it, love it.
Yeah, we done it New Year.
You done New Year with it.
No, this year, last year.
Yeah.
Aye.
But the people that go to Sweet Moments seem to love it.
We've been a few times, but when we've turned up, it's closed. So
Yeah.
Great.
And you also have 2x2. So the Theatre Centre has got, I don't even know how many clubs it's got now.
So you've got Secrets, Fun for All.
Temptations.
The cinema.
Aye, cinema.
Temptations. Lux is closed just now until further notice. He's no says when. Tantra.
So Tantra, give us a mention to Tantra. We've been a few times.
Tantra's gorgeous inside. It's spectacular.
Stunning inside. It is the number one nicest looking club.
Yeah, at 5 miles.
By a mile.
Gorgeous.
It's really high standard. It's
hot tubs. massive.
Hot tub massive. Everything about it is beautiful. Just
And now they've extended and made a bigger smoking area than a wee tiny table for how many people.
and they've also just 2 weeks ago they've refurbished a bit of it. I don't know what they've refurbished. Yeah.
Right.
So also a note to Temptations, because that is beautiful.
That's beautiful inside Temptations as well. It's a really nice. It's a smallish bar/club. I
Yeah,
suppose.
it's not very big. Unfortunate, a lot of people don't go to that one.
Yeah. So we went a few times, and as I say, it's gorgeous. The toilets are outstanding.
Toilets are stunning.
They're stunning in this place.
And the one,
And then it's got like a small bar area, so it's more an intimate atmosphere, I suppose,
Yeah.
and a big atmosphere. And then it's got a couple of beds and a wee cinema bit. So it's not very, very big compared to everywhere else. But it is a shame it doesn't get people going into it. If you're going in with a group of people, it can be amazing in there.
we've
but
done that a few
We've
times.
done that a few times, and it has been amazing. But you do need to have people, because sometimes you go in and it could just be using there.
Yeah.
So it is a shame. It's the same as a lot of them. A lot of people just want to walk down the stairs from the
For the main area from
the
upstairs.
main meeting bar upstairs. They just want to walk down the stairs, and you've got secrets and fun for all them. That's it. People don't want to walk past that bit.
Yeah.
Because there's also the sex cinema, and the sex cinema opens at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's opened all night up until 1 in the morning.
Yeah, 1 to 1.
Every day, 7 days a week. So a lot of people like that, especially if it decides to be a bit cloudy or a bit rainy, which we very rarely get, but you know, every day have that odd day.
Yeah. The cinema's always, I think it's kind of gets busier about evening time, 5, 6 o'clock. People's coming off the beach. But it gets busy when
It rains,
yes.
or when it's really bad weather here, like dead windy,
Wet,
sand is whipping down at the beach.
I suppose I also need to talk about the 3 hotels, because the hotels quite difficult, some of them to book into. So you've got La Mirage,
Venus,
and
and now they've just opened
Paradise, a new one. So yeah, that gives you kind of a good understanding about the background of Gran Canaria. Right, so what are we going to talk about next?
The car services we're talking about.
Oh, actually, I do want to talk about something else before,
Right, go on then.
because I've been threatened.
You've been threatened. God's
Yeah.
sake, what now?
So, Mr. G said if I don't tell this story,
Oh, go on. You're actually going to say that story, right? This. No, go on. You say your bit and I'll tell the rest.
no. So I've been threatened if I don't say it, he's going to say
Say it
it,
in October.
and he's going to make it way worse than.
So, we told you Mr. G is hide and seek champion 2018,
Yeah.
and now he just says Mr. D here is now hide and seek champion.
Well, yeah, actually got it wrong. He said 2022, but
It's
it's
2023.
So anyway, long story, we ended up meeting a single female.
She was lovely.
Yeah, really nice girl.
She was apprehensive, so she'd never been on holiday herself.
Yeah, that's right. So we hadn't been on holiday. She met us, she loved us, I get her.
She took the first night herself, and we met her on the Saturday night, so she'd been here since the Friday. She'd went out on the Friday and she'd met some people in Route 69.
Route 16 is another one,
I
I forgot.
about
Yeah,
that.
so have I.
And she met them in there, and then she says she went on to stay there.
I think
that
she
night.
stayed there that night, yeah.
And then she says she went on Peaches and Cream. There's another gorgeous club.
Oh,
I
you know what?
mentioned, right
Actually-
outside Seater,
Actually,
right at the door.
yeah, Peach and Cream is gorgeous, called
Aye.
inside.
So anyway, she met them there, and then we met her on the Saturday. So she was lovely.
Yeah,
So
she was
we
nice.
had a few drinks together and come back, and then went downstairs to
Went down to Secrets.
Secrets.
So, as you do, things kind of
We were
progress.
in the hot tub,
Yeah, kind of progress.
and Mr. D was having sex in the hot tub
Yep.
with the single female, and they decided to then proceed to a room. And as she got off, you's lost the condom.
Yeah.
So they thought, they had a wee quick scout around the hot tub, couldn't find it, so you thought it just floated into the filter, didn't you?
Yeah, so we thought it floated into the filter. I had a kind of hot tub was busy, but it wasn't rammed.
Yeah.
So
Had a good scout around, couldn't find her.
So we thought, okay, it's went into the filter because it's nowhere round about, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So then we went to bed, the three of us. Anyway, the next day, no, not the next day. So that was a Saturday. It was the Monday.
Mm-hmm.
She sent us.
So we left. We all left Secrets at 5 a.m. on the Sunday morning.
So anyway, she was staying at a hotel not far from our house. So she sent us a voicemail.
She actually sent us a voicemail a while before that saying that she was going to meet somebody.
No, she never said. No, we never knew about that.
I think she told us.
Maybe she never sent us.
Sure, she told me she was going to meet somebody.
Well, whatever it was,
Yeah.
she sent a voice message saying, "I'm embarrassed." At this point, I was thinking, well, she's going to the top of the conversation. She met a guy, and you tell the rest of the story.
So she's been messaging this guy on Fab. Then she decided to invite him to her hotel room. So she said they came in, and the two of them had a drink and then started playing. She says, and while he was doing her, he popped his head up and he pulled out a condom.
Oh, he said, when was the last time?
Oh, when was the last time you had sex? And she was like, well, Sunday morning, early hours. He was like, well, this will be yours then, and pulled a condom out from inside her.
Oh.
So, yeah. And he was actually turned on by it. The guy. She was mortified. She was absolutely mortified. She's like, I was so mortified. She was like, I couldn't wait for it to be over and done with. She says, all I kept thinking of then was this, oh my God, he's just found a condom inside me. So she sent us the message, and obviously we replied. We would reply by saying, Mr. D is mortified as well, so embarrassed. And I could not.
Oh, you were
absolutely
pissing. You were pissing yourself.
It was just the way she says it in the message. I just could not stop laughing. And we sent her it back, taking her. Exactly. And she says, I knew that's how you two would have reacted. She just knew I was going to laugh. And you were going to be so embarrassed.
I was mortified.
So yeah, Master G has now decided that you're the 2023 hide and seek champion.
So yeah, as I said, had to get that story out because I wasn't going to get him to come in October and make it a million times worse than what it was. There was no phoning of any emergency services.
There's no barbecue as well.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Yeah. So what are we going to talk about next?
It is the party at Infusion. We were going to talk about it.
Okay, on you go.
We were going to speak about the party and the parties.
Yeah. So there was a couple that used to work in Infusions a good couple of years ago now, and they were having a joint birthday party, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, for people who don't know, Infusions in Blackpool, it used to be number one club in Blackpool. Always very busy.
Well, it was the only one at first, and then before Essex opened.
Yeah.
So it was quite a while before Essex opened when we used to go.
But it used to have Connections, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, Connections was there before Infusions.
Yeah, but nobody ever really went in.
Yeah, I didn't really seem to, but then obviously they opened SX, which is Club Play now. So anyway, we thought I'd do them a little favour, didn't we? So one of our sidelines way back in the day, we used to have a sex toy business.
Yeah.
Just on the side. It was just a quiet kind of...
Murphy's worked full time, so it was just a little side business.
Yeah, side business that kind of done pretty well. So
yeah, especially all the guys in our work.
Yeah. Just from work itself, it was big enough. So anyway, we what was it they were doing? I can't remember.
Well, they were doing games and things like that for their birthday party, so we decided to give some sex toys as prizes. Just obviously a lot of them were like brand new. Well, brand new, obviously.
No,
but still Velcro, like sealed up and everything like that. We done it, so we made sure that there were ones that they were proper sealed up and things like that, and in black boxes or in black velvet bags and things like that, so people couldn't actually see what they were. That's what I was meaning. That's what I meant by closed up, so people couldn't actually see what was in the prizes because they were getting to pick. I suppose when they'd won any of the games, they were getting to pick one and things like that. So it was to make sure that people couldn't see what they were actually getting until they go at. So
that was a really good night, actually.
That was an amazing night, and
very, very busy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did it have 300 people?
And obviously the club isn't very big downstairs. Yeah, it is big downstairs because it's got a big swimming pool in it, but the swimming pool takes over the majority of the space.
Yes, there's not a lot of space to
Room,
rent.
the swimming pool, and then you've got obviously the one room to the left.
Which is a dark room.
No, that's dark rooms to the right.
Okay, then to the right, yeah.
So the left is the seating area room, the one with all the seats. But back then it had the poles and all that in there as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the pool table and everything back then.
And all the couches, if you remember.
All big couches, so you didn't have a lot of space either in there.
It was a decent sized club. It wasn't huge, but it was decent size. But when 300 people were there,
it seemed tiny.
It seemed very small.
Tiny. And obviously it had, when you went up to the top of the pool on the right hand side, there was a door where there was a sauna, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And then you went out the door, and all I can say is it was enough for like 3-4 people max.
3 people.
To stand and have a fag outside. It was like a wee enclosed bit. But obviously with 300 people there, it just was not big enough.
Yeah.
Everybody smoked, I think, just about, and everybody was trying to get out to get one at one point.
So, the reason why we're telling this story is everybody got their prizes, etc.
Well, it was a couple that they done a night, didn't they? They worked a night in...
I think it was a Saturday night, wasn't it?
Infusion, and obviously we used to get drinking with them with that as well.
Yeah. So, the reason for this story is 2 weeks later or something.
Yes, that's right.
We were in infusions and we were sitting in a hot tub. And it was just a bit odd because some random guy came up and said, who is, well, using my first name, Mr. D. You know the one way of going, don't want to say shit just in case.
Why somebody random come up and asking for me?
And it was just the way he done it as well, quite abrupt and quite...
And he hadn't get changed. The guy had literally just walked in the club.
And
so he hadn't even been to the locker room, hadn't got a drink, and he just come marching up to the hot tub like, where is it? And you're like, huh?
Going, yeah, that's me. And that's because he won one of the prizes and his wife loved the toy that much.
Yes.
They wanted more.
They wanted more.
So yeah, it was a good night overall.
That was a good party night because they had a male stripper, a female stripper, because obviously it was 2 people that were well known. Everybody knew them from the club. Everybody was there. It was all their friends or people they'd met through the lifestyle. So they'd met that many people that'd been doing it that long.
Yeah.
So it became a very busy, popular night.
Yeah.
And we missed the strippers because we were upstairs playing. Yeah. We missed all their bits, but you know.
We also missed me as well. Mr. G and Mrs. K.
Yes, they were there that night and we did not even know them.
Yeah, at that point we never knew.
We hadn't met them. Well, we'd spoke to them, but we hadn't met them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, somehow we just completely...
And we were there the whole night and they were there.
Yeah. But somehow we missed them all. But then
again... It was not a massive club and it had over 300 people in it that night. So it was... I suppose it was quite hard to go and speak and see everybody.
Yeah.
We were there with the single female who was part of a couple back then that we first told you about that helped us massively.
Yeah.
We were there with them and the other couple as well.
Yeah.
So we were there. And the single female was there.
She was there.
Just the 2 couples.
Just 2 couples.
Right. So
we had some good laughs in Fusion. There's always one person when talk about infusions I think of, and that was the guy with the big penis.
Oh God.
So that's just a laugh. We hadn't really been doing that long at that point.
No.
A couple of months in, and there was a Scouser, and he was quite a small guy.
Very small. I mean, I was taller than him.
I mean, I would say he was probably about 5'2". His wife was stunning.
She was gorgeous.
And all I can say about this guy is
it hung to his knees soft.
And I know we're talking about him being small. However, the size of his penis was...
That's what it says, it hung to his knees and it was soft. It was like, oh my fucking God.
So, the best laugh, it's funny now, looking at it, at the time, I was fucking mortified. So he said, oh...
We were upstairs.
Yeah. So he said, oh, my wife would like you, to me. And all I had going through my mind was, not a fucking hope in hell.
What did you say to me?
What I said was, the size of him versus the size of me, she won't even notice.
You says it won't even touch the sides, is what you said.
All I had going through my mind was, there's not a...
He won't even know it's there.
Aye, and that would be embarrassing on its own, let alone anything else. But the funny part was, she kind of realised that I was a bit apprehensive. Yeah. And she said, oh, it's all right, they're still new, give them a break, blah, blah, blah. Knowing quite fine well. She probably knew what I was thinking was, you couldn't miss his fucking dick. It was that fucking big, honestly. You see in the movies, these kind of porno fake movie ones where
this was definitely not fake.
Well, it wasn't fake, but we all know what we're on about the movies. Everything else, when it's so big, it's impossible. He literally was that size.
Yeah.
He was fucking huge. So she said, oh, she's waiting in the dungeon for you.
That's right.
And I think she waited in the dungeon for about 15 minutes. I never turned up. She realised that it wasn't happening. And then the black guy.
I'll go.
And then when, I mean, he'd get blown for Christie a run for his money.
He
ran it. And looking back, that was fucking funny.
It was funny.
It was just, all I had going through my mind, there's not a life in hell. She'll say something like, is it in yet? I go like that. I probably lost a bit of stone of sweat trying to make up for it. No, it's not in, it's not happening. Even if it is in, yeah, that's what I had going through my mind. There was not a hope in hell. Yeah, we had a lot of fun times in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we went back this time last year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, for my birthday. Just wasn't quite the same as what it was before.
No. I think it's the atmosphere sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we took a few people, but it just wasn't quite the... Yeah, the right
vibe. Time when we went back to the hotel.
Yeah, we did actually.
It was weird, but when we went back there. But again, that's something else that we'll speak about at another time, because we've not got that far yet.
Oh, that was... Because we'd only on about 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, feels way longer.
I know it does, actually.
It's like being married to your baby.
Oh, thanks for that.
Right, well, I think that'll do us.
Yeah. I don't have to decide just before we do the next podcast again at the very last minute, but we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, at least this one we kind of did.
We talked about Gran Canaria, but when we spoke about it, it seemed a bit boring, is what I says to you, as we were talking about it. Like, actually, that's quite boring. Because I think your stories have all been all right and quite funny and captivating, whereas I thought that was like a bit boring. I know it's not boring, because obviously it's explaining to people what there is here and things like that, but that to me is boring.
I'll tell you what she actually did. She looked at me and she stood back and went, no, just kept muttering it. No, it was like, oh. I'll tell you when she said it was actually boring when I said, talk about the 3 hotels. And I just looked at me and went,
boring.
We're boring them. Yeah. So that's when you hear that, there's a little bit of silence. Hence the reason why the silence was there. Because it's boring. But she never said it so you could hear it. She muttered it. And I was like, that's why I stopped halfway through and went, well, I need to fucking say it.
And then he put his hands up as if to say, right, what am I supposed to talk about?
Exactly. You know what? One thing, we don't do this professional at all. It's never going to be ever. It's always going to be fucked up.
Let go and leave them to it.
Yeah, you've heard enough of us.
Until our next one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you again. And we look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.